You better believe it. It's all going down right here on Nuke.
Elimination on the line. And we get the quick stack outside Squeaky. Magisk on top of Hut. Apex in the corner. And just on the other side of it is Modesty and Jax. We got a quick flash set. And Modesty's head gets popped. Access denied. Finally start to shoot through it. Apex able to get into the corner. Bomb gets dropped though. ZywOo finishes off Hunter. Oh, and then he chases him in. Apex decides that A site is closed for business.
Okay.
But Alexi will find some weird timing through the ramp and wrapping outdoors.
Hey, that's why it's sometimes a risk to not blow it open on your exit. So they wanted to go with as little notice as possible. A comical round from a comical man. And Jax on a cosmic rotation here. Will he catch anybody off guard? They trade glances.
Ooh, Lexi seeing a little bit of skin, but oh, Magis nice and clean from the back of that A site. Jax down empty-handed. We're talking 5 alive for Vitality.
Yeah, well done. Well done. And then for Vitality, it's just in general, it's their CT sides that are so much better. And that's not really a slight. It is to say that actually, you know, when they're playing well on CT side, they can dominate basically anybody. They're that good. Looking at the small sample size of Nuke maps, they're doing slightly worse, definitely, over on T. Not impressive results overall, but it's a recency that matters. I mean, it's specifically this one match that they played yesterday that matters the most. And so there is a quota to be met. Oh, csgo high flying over top of the silo.
Sent packing, sent soaring.
Oh, wait, it's 3v3.
Quick answer. Oh, another dink comes through, so Dupree's not feeling too comfortable. 1 health.
Wow.
1 health.
Whoa, if Dupree died right there, that would have been A site open. I mean,
Hunter gets sent spiraling off of the ladder.
and then he pushes.
And that's going to be Nico tagged from
Okay.
ZywOo. Did he even see him?
I need to get off that ride.
He's shooting through the door.
Yeah.
I did. What? That's 2 for Vitality.
What did he say? Oh. He said, "You're awesome."
Yeah, that's what that was. So here it is. Buy up from G2. AK's Galil. Let's go. This time, door is off the hinges. Nice little pop flash here from Alexi. Oh, he gets them blind, but a quick recovery from Magis. Apex spams through and finds the head of Jax, but up from the rafters is Magis. Oh! And with a shot through that smoke, he ends it.
God damn.
A gun round turned to mincemeat.
Yeah, they popped off a series of fireworks. They're all different angles, all collapsing down. I mean, a bunch of spots where it feels like T's get 1 kill and things get sketchy. But look how many CTs are delivering in this position, especially Magis from up top. Not even blind towards the end of it. We've got an animated ZywOo as well. Definitely wasn't used to his full advantage over on Inferno. It'll be a whole different game here. The hallmark of good operas is Nuke.
Again, continuity in the aggression. Alexi right down the vent. Nothing that they can do to stop that one.
This was a specific problem for Vitality, is stopping the vent aggression, right? The amount of times that Ents were able to get that over them.
Alexi would have flagged it and hopes to repeat it, abuse it if he can. He'll sit down there. Oh!
Yo.
What?
Yeah, Valve would tell you that wasn't through a smoke, but they're liars. All he could see was gray. But now a kill feed. And it wasn't the squeaky player. That's Dupree.
So ZywOo with eyes turned back outdoors, but he's got just this little window through Mini. He's already allowed players to cross.
Look how well they use this smoke. I mean, they've already spread across the entire map. They've expanded. There are a number of lurks the CTs have no way of clearing.
This is all on ZywOo.
What the hell?
Headshot on Alexi first.
It's info for him.
Nico executes one from the backside. ZywOo's looking for a pocket of protection, and he does get away, but on 34 health. Hunter killing him through the hut wall. Modesty could double back. Now, it's not a collapse following the pistol, but it's sure enough a round they have no business winning. The fact Jax is still alive, that kill he gets through smoke, unreal. Nico, he's gonna try to stop Masuda. And it feels like this rotate through heaven is closed, but Masuda will get the headshot eventually. Still, way too late and not nearly enough. G2 with a robbery in round 4.
Dude, we talk about the T-side calling on Inferno. Unreal. Really great all the way through. I mean, not a single round time trouble, no real bad ones where they fell flat. Here on the on this T round, off of, you know, the most lucky kill of all time, right? A 1D through smoke from like 30 meters away. Jax gets that, but where do they go from there on low utility? They get a 1 smoke inside of Mini. They take advantage of all this space outdoors. They touch grass, if you will. They get to heaven. Nico pretends they're simple in the sight, gets revenge, okay? And I mean, everybody works together, right? Even the first peek from Alexi is info for Nico. That's one player who's now preoccupied with an angle. Nico knows that heaven isn't being watched. Top HUD is clean. So they did a lot with very little. But earlier, we saw a fantastic sight hold on upper. However, lurk from Alexi with the vent drop. Uh-oh.
3 rounds in a row, Alexi just has a field day knocking out Squeaky. He gets himself another 2.
Wow.
Finally has a gun to work with, and Alexi's sitting on 2 kills instantly out of the Squeaky door push.
That was insane awareness right there, actually.
Feels like 5 rounds of aggression. The only time that G2 weren't allowed to rush A was when the door got closed.
Yeah.
Blow it off its hinges, and suddenly G2 back in.
An interesting spot. I mean, again, great pace. They've already got lower control, 2 kills. So for the CTs, there's actually a lot of pushes they can do. It's just, it's hard for them to figure out which is the best one. So Dupree is starting to slip downstairs. Zywoo's up here as well. And all Alexi is trying to do is make them paranoid. Say, well, I'm here no matter what. That's information you have in the pocket. Does that mean my teammates are going to come to me? Well, that's not certain. Now in this position, as we can see, the CTs have actually made their way back upstairs. And that is exactly that. The fog of war is enormous here for Vitality. They have no choice but to run around blind. Wow, that little bit of pressure that m0NESY puts down in upper is enough.
Keeps them tied upstairs, and with it, this one's gonna fizzle out for Vitality.
Yeah, they're in their safe positions already.
G2 just making the most of all the time.
Doors for this team.
Following through with all the procedures, smoke in place for the plant. And sure enough, Vitality know that this one has been conceded. So G2, nice squeeze, but this is already early signs of Alexi with promising plays towards Ven.
Yeah, promising plays towards Ven. Well called round on that last one. A good T-side Inferno. Dust 2 T-side was absolutely a problem, so there is that. But that also wasn't their pick. On this decider is where it all matters. And it's so funny, these two teams, again, their storylines mirror each other in so many different ways. Like the 2 IGLs that are being called into question recently, the amount of money spent on these rosters, the amount of times that they haven't made playoffs, getting out of not either of them getting out of legend stage, now facing each other on LAN in front of a crowd, coalescing simultaneously and for a chance to beat their biggest competition. To finally get the opportunity to take down Na'Vi.
Some of Counter-Strike's finest. We prefaced it before the game started. Now these are guys just fighting for a win. They want it so bad. They need it. I would say at this point we've hit a pain point in both rosters' lifelines where they don't just want this anymore.
Yes.
They need these results.
That's well said. That's well said. And yeah, I think every day they play like their life depends on it, and that's their career, right? I mean, nobody is immune. Seen how much money Carlos is willing to spend. All right. But on this map is the time that one story will continue, a little bit of stress off the shoulders, and for the other, the pressure will mount.
Nothing else behind what was saved, so Vitality hoping to do it with less. That's 2 of the weapons inside A site. And the op in ZywOo's hands alone. Glass cannon towards ramp.
An interesting spot. Not much mobility out of him here.
Apex trying to line it up. He beckons them in. And sure enough, G2 are going to take that space while they've invested the smokes to cross. Apex tucks in. We saw a similar situation where G2 were able to use this kind of early outer control to wrap around Garage, get up into heaven. That's when Nico even gets a kill backside before they ever see it coming.
Well, specifically the last time they used these set of smokes, they went to secret. And there's no CT down here to confirm or deny. And they take 2 gambles. They get into big Garage at the same time as secret, and Apex passes Nico like ships in the night.
Alexi with the utility off of the roof. We got the boost behind the vents inside A site.
Man, this is a situation where the CTs, if they don't get a kill and they see a little pressure, they're going to fold. No one lower to spot. Apex feels comfortable in saying they haven't pulled off the cross. But look how empty this site is.
My man just gets shredded.
Dude, enough time.
Here it is, the boost. It comes through. So m0NESY will get caught, but the push up from Alexi actually gets pistoled down as well. B site is your answer. And Jack's going to plant that bomb in time. Nico's still waiting in heaven. And if they use that vent, they are dead as can be. Sure enough, 2-bullet tap into Magisk. And that could just be the evacuation plan from Vitality because they leave the round with as much as they came in with.
That's like magic, right? They have not only 2 A-site lurks, 1 player in heaven, and they've taken B control properly with the right amount of utility with 20 seconds to spare. And for some reason, Jax takes a second to get that bomb down. It comes close. That would have been a G2 moment, but he gets the plant off. Overall, they don't find anybody. Of course, it is a round where there's only a couple of pistols involved for Vitality. Those ones go down. Guns go back to everybody else. But it's 3 straight for G2.
Rumblings of a good T side going. We've yet to really see any kind of a solution to the vent play, nor the secret play.
I think that they refuse to start vents. They refuse to start vent versus ends. They also don't ever double nade it. They also don't molly into it. And they often don't stop it if somebody is running through when they... Sometimes I will op it, but not all the time. And that's an issue.
Well, time to stop the bleeding. From 3-0 to 3-3, m0NESY very quickly goes for that door fight. And Apex nearly kills him for it. 80 health shaved off the young op.
Nico is Weapon X on Nuke. CTNT side, he's the yard guy.
A frag that was destined for him, but doesn't quite hit its mark. And here's a little bit of a change-up. ZywOo inside secret with the op, awaiting some kind of a push. Stop them before they even get close to that B site. You know, at what point, with what utility, will ZywOo maybe go for a peek over top of it? Won't be allowed to with fire in front. Apex fully blind. And sure enough, the creep is here from G2. We're talking 4 players trying to just carve through smokes. They are tip to tip. Apex and Nico side by side as Apex gets able into the bomb site. He goes and then comes back at Nico, who thought maybe he was still in the corner. So a 5v4 for Vitality. It's been quite some time since we saw Vitality kick it off with success outside, but Masuda still cautious of the flank. And really his problem could be Alexi.
No, this is 3 versus 1 in this situation.
Oh, ZywOo sees 1 cross, 2 cross.
Oh, he doesn't hit the shot.
He's gonna try to climb up into the rafters.
Alexi moves.
Masuda gets called down. ZywOo, he gets killed trying to jump up. It's Jax. Double entry into the B site.
That was powerful.
4v2 off the back of it, and G2 find that route yet again.
That was filthy. That's the can opener we know and love. Wow. ZywOo, missed shot right there. You know, honestly, I think he could have been used in more proactive ways over on Inferno, but he also did, as was pointed out by Pimp on the desk, he did miss a couple of shots on the side holds, you know, even when he did have the chance. It's not the time to go quiet. A huge frag from Jax. And ZywOo doesn't push up the control steps. He also had the rotation out to the backup control window, But this is another round where Alexi gets his lurk off as well. I mean, he's been the aggressive lurk getting down the vent. This time he goes out ramp. Clearly shows us that lower is going to be the ultimate site that gets hit. Not coming out of hut this time. Hard shot he goes for here as well. Something to note, he could have not taken it. And maybe they don't speed up in this position. And hey, Jax did specifically open the door from the left side to make that shot as hard as possible in case ZywOo was pre-aiming it. And he misses the flick this time around.
No op for ZywOo. Hands on an A4, fast nade. Blows the door off. Oh no, Apex.
Oh, he reloads while watching.
And that is a costly error. Jax has got himself another double kill.
They don't know about ZywOo.
And he's been looming around these boxes. Excellent flashbang. Jax is on the hunt, and he gets denied. But ZywOo's down to 9. That is massive impact coming out of Jax. ZywOo's gonna try to keep on fighting, and the wallbang in from Nico. Clears credit card from inside garage to start the 1v3.
Could he put that together? I've actually never seen someone even attempt that wallbang.
Now that's set up by Jax, right? 2 kills and the assist. Oh! And dupreeh flanks him, ends him, and ties this game at 4.
Yeah. Oh man, that was that was actually incredible that ZywOo got his second kill. I mean, he got his first one off the spam off the side of Mini after denying the Jax refrag. This was Jax on a mission. I mean, the most beautiful part of this round was the flash that they even threw to clear him out, right?
Yes.
They could have thrown bodies at that situation, and it still would have looked pretty legitimate, but they went and threw in that extra layer. And again, one thing that G2 have been really good at doing is throwing the flashes during action, not just setting up pop flashes when the server is quiet. But ZywOo persists. He's obviously incredibly well balanced. He had an off day with the op, he can rifle. There's periods in the career of ZywOo where he didn't even want to use the op anymore. When Navarro was on the squad, he was rifling on most maps. Completely gave it up on Inferno, even CT side.
Ooh. Nah, no damage off the nade. Another smoke goes down, so maybe something different from G2. No outside, no secret. And honestly, there's so many eyes and utility being set towards Squeaky. You'd think maybe G2 think they can't get away with that again. So what's the depth?
This is, ooh. Wait, there's a timing outside here. I mean, ZywOo's been watching a leash. No one's been in heaven watching the cross, so they don't know.
Oh,
no, Mosquito's gone downstairs.
But dupreeh pressed up close. Oh, the smoke spam. X Factor in from Hunter. Magisk fully blind back sight. Alexi's trying to squeeze around. Mini soon to fade, but they just have no vision. And sure enough, Magisk offers us a hold, but he loses his support. Masuda can come up from vent, and he's gonna have to. Apex from heaven saves them with 2 kills. And young Monacy swaps to the AK. 12 seconds, can't find anything as Apex, a trio of kills, keeps Vitality in the lead.
Oh, the huge play right there is a smoking hut, right? Even though Hunter gets the kill through it, the rest of the players cannot scale. And then the smoke comes up at Mini. That was a position where we saw Apex come into Masuda's spot, send him downstairs just in case, because again, they had passive positions outside, watching for just a Mini lurk. They didn't know if there were no smokes outside, could G2 have still crossed? That was a question on their minds. But because I think their upper anchor, I think either Magisk or dupreeh, was able to get that smoke off inside of the hut, that set up his team. Dying was actually fine.
That was actually a T-side smoke.
Oh, they smoked a molly.
Yep, they smoked it, and then Hunter finds the lineup, but then it kind of makes them stall.
Okay, so the molly that comes in,
Yep.
the molly that comes in from the CT side is huge. And sometimes you don't have time to throw that. If there's a fast enough flash, it can be too hard.
Here's the lineup that Hunter gets off the back of it.
But then they're unwilling to
push through, right?
Meanwhile, they've got Squeaky players who are trying to get across because their mini smoke is coming up faster than that fresh hut one. So a good molly from the CT side, my mistake.
Utility pressure yet again. Ooh, Alexi feels it. He's done this before, exact same situation. Before dropping vents, tries to peel a player off of hut. Oh, he sees Apex gun. Oh, but he gets away.
Oh.
chaos inside Squeaky. Alexi dives back on 30 health.
Yeah, but they actually scored a quick lower rotation.
Nico gets down secret.
They're going to try to make him regret this.
Nico gets by.
They're just letting him do it the way he wants to.
Giving him his space. And the door closes. Nope. See ya. Magisk in the meanwhile. Nico looking for the wall bangs. Vitality now very aware of his positioning. They kind of lost track of him downstairs for a second. They know that threat is a high alert. Masuda decides to press up close against the wall. A spot that can be good for one or two. Dodging the utility as it comes out. Sure enough, Alexi's easy. And the second one is his as well. We've got Apex in the bomb site and Nico hunting over top of him.
m0NESY has a molly.
That could be destined for Apex, but what about his teammates? Here comes Nico, shut down by Apex. He turns this around and Hunter clears the corner. CT's looking for their impact. Door soon to be swung, bomb stopped, op shot from m0NESY, 10 seconds. He tries to fake plant. Now he's gonna have to commit or simply get these kills. And Dupree duels in the open to give Vitality 6.
Ooh, tuck from the clutch, but nice round from Apex right there. I mean, he got away from Nico for the longest time possible. Nico went cleared out Decon. He tried to spam him, tracking where he might go after that door closed. When they finally found him, he still got his kill, and he got down the vent to stop Alexi. At first, this was actually nice for the T side to know this information. If he got down there unnoticed, that's huge, but it can be unnerving to make that rotation and know it could be used against you, but it isn't. He comes in clutch, he stays alive. Vitality pull it out, and they stop one of their most important threats. And look at this, Vitality actually have such an economic advantage now.
Oh, good damage there too. Apex got to unbind that right click.
Yeah,
Masuda, uh-oh. He doesn't get the kill, and there's a whole pack of T's right behind the first, but
the kill is so fast.
Will bring one. Op shot missed by ZywOo.
Oh no.
B-side under pressure, and he knows it. Apex will finish off what Masuda got started, but now they're able to get out through that smoke. Apex will bring one with him. ZywOo still missing shots and giving a little bit of space here. He gets dinked from a distance. What is Jax made of? Unarmored Tech-9 impact. Alexi trying to push his up close. Can't quite kill ZywOo, knows Magic's out. That's all 3 CTs confirmed. And Jax, soon to be in a world of hurt, playing with the doors. They're gonna go ahead and smoke him off. He would love to find a gun. He wishes he had Kevlar. He's got smokes on both sides, and they're just gonna stick that defuse right in front of him, killing him in the end.
Oh, well handled. It got a little scary because of when they killed Masuda, because he didn't know there were so many up close, but he got his one. ZywOo misses another shot there on Decon, but it's all good. They get more out of it. Flash comes in late. One trade in the site after that point. But when the dust settles, Vitality, they come away with three alive. That's huge. Bomb plants also. Nice for G2. They buy up again. No op and play this time. And even though it was a really good 4 straight there from from G2, it's 7 on either side.
Oh, Nico dead early here in round 12. Vitality getting streaky. One away from being on fire. We've seen the adjustments we had to. Now the game is in G2's hands. What else do they have to offer us? Started to see a bit more lobby presence and affinity for ramp in a couple of these.
Masuda was great yesterday on the ramp. Always nice to be in this position a few times a half. One key component out here for Vitality.
Oh, blasted by Alexi.
I mean, wow.
It's Dupree popped. Apex slides into Mini, makes a ton of sound on that one though.
Yeah.
So what can Alexi piece together here? Oh, there goes Masuda.
Oh, and they have vents. Oh.
ZywOo, did he just see the legs? May not matter. He's losing players all over the place, and he just opened those doors, so Alexi lurks right into the back of his head, and we've got G2 with a very comfortable round 12.
Yeah, I feel like the timing played a huge Sorry, the audibles made it played a
Yeah.
huge factor right there with the first kill, first of all. Dupree totally signed up for that fight. I feel like he wins that most of the time, but Alexi was literally just faster than him. And he was also the one phasing the smoke, so you think he has a small advantage. From here, he hears ZywOo take a shot by Secret. He hears Apex reloading and running out of mini, and his teammates were going to go ramp the whole time. He has a vent completely open to him. Other player on the A site was up at Mustang. No way to stop that from happening. And there was a moment where ZywOo could have taken him out inside the vent, but he missed the timing. And they also did not know that he dropped in the vent.
So with that, G2 finding a fifth. Oh, and right at the end, poor Magisk, no save. Wow. What kind of impact does that leave us with? I don't think Masuda's got the money.
Wow,
That's literally one less M4.
Yeah, that takes an entire gun out of the round. So, big find. Could matter, may not. Last round they had Apex kill Nico, trying to go fast over top of Mini to get inside. It continues to do well. 12 and 8 here for Apex.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Nico's such an animal outside, but he's also very low. Here comes Hunter off the rooftop. Ooh. You mess with one Kovac, you get the other. Suddenly that one less M4 feels as though it could be a massive burden. Over towards the ramp, Masuda holds with nothing but this 5-7.
And if nothing changes, they know Magisk is back sight, right? He is the upper anchor.
He's gonna be found out in the open. Hunter, that's an easy pickup. Magisk just roaming through the fields. Now he's lying with the Lilacs. Vitality just trying to find some kind of place to save. Where can they hang on as G2 will inevitably find a 6th round on this T side. Easy A plant.
Man.
And it's just tenacity. Tenacity outside between both Nico and Hunter.
Yeah. We got a couple of calls with like huge individual level, but overall, I mean, Nico's having another kind of average game. He didn't do that much over on Inferno in the first half, but then they didn't really need him. They closed out. They were just such a better team overall. And yeah, that continues to be the case. Of course, everyone levels up when you go over to CT side. That's natural. But it is to be noted. I mean, he's the one with 10 deaths. Apex is the one that's going positive. And that's a duel that should not be one-sided, at least not in favor of Apex, right? These are two guys that have spent their careers out in the yard, fighting each other over and over again. And Nico's the one with all the stats to prove that he's the better one. But there have been some big reference games for Apex where he goes above and beyond those stats. And right now it feels like he's putting up kind of back-to-back performances in this regard. Obviously not the round to talk about it. Yeah.
There's Hunter just over top of it.
That was sick too.
Layers on layers. Magisk. At least he didn't see it coming.
Yeah, they expand so quickly. I mean, they used all that space very fast.
So high likelihood that G2 tie the game off the back of that one. And you know, you kind of called it into action, right? A T side could look good for G2. Sure enough, they give us something to talk about. 14 rounds deep and about to tie. ZywOo knows that there is the probability of players downstairs. He just can't do anything about it.
Honestly, he's so lucky right there. ZywOo just took his time to make sure that was a headshot, but it doesn't come through. A1S kills him.
A little bit of utility pressure inside A site. Just keep Vitality busy, keep their heads turned, and that just opens up what was already a wide open door to get down Secret.
Yeah.
Nico, quick kill onto Magisk. I feel like I heard a bullet fire, and suddenly there's a CT dead. Alexi and Jax give him a helping hand, and sure enough, B site yet again falls the way of G2. Tied game.
All tied up, yeah. Moving into the final round of the first half. As close as it needs to be to make for the most exciting possible ending.
But then there is that, you know, dire question looming overhead. Is 7 or 8 rounds enough for Vitality?
Now, that is an enormous question.
You know, they showed us Promise versus Ents.
They did. And I think that they actually had a better T side than they did CT. And that stands in the face of all of their recent stats, right? That's why this is so interesting. So, I mean, they pulled out some clutch calls. When we went over to half number 2 in that last series, Vitality, they were playing a style of Nuke, which was like a 5-man cross outside of Nuke, a lot of not very many vent drops, a couple of full execs. It's a style that made them who they were when they took down Na'Vi back at the fall final, when they actually had some of their biggest wins. But it's not a style that's incredibly hip right now, I guess I should say. But they still brought it into overtime. They won there. They won their second half comeback. They did it on T side. So at least I feel like they're comfortable. And they also have room to talk about that map. You know, they just had one of the biggest performances that they've had in recent memory. Who knows if their Nuke has improved from there.
One final gun round and one final burst of energy from G2. They try to send 3 players down. Vents, 2 get down, but at what cost? Look at the HP. m0NESY and Alexi running in wounded. They'll grab what they can in the meantime. That's a bomb plant and a retake needed to close out this CT side. A CT side that started with a pistol, bounced back from 4 in a row from G2,
Whoa.
and now have left G2 in a strong stance to try and close. Hunter, he sees a lot of bodies coming in from Secret, a lot of wounded bodies for Nico to close in on. And m0NESY, despite the lesser health, well, he's not even needed. Nico, in the meanwhile, tearing them all up. And Vitality, they had a huge advantage for this retake, but suddenly they're outnumbered and they are stranded in the back of this site. Control kill for Nico, a tap to end it, and that is 4 as G2 take the lead, and we go into the last half of the second semifinal.
You actually can become superhero. Really cool game. I've been jump scared a bunch of times,
and I'm not gonna stop.
When you are in the moment of killing someone,
and there's no working matchmaking anti-cheat. On my Steam account, I have 11,500 hours.
I spent 12,000 hours playing it.
CSGO, 13,000 I want to say, somewhere around there.
well, I have like 12,000 hours, so...
CSGO is truly an amazing game.
The worst thing about it is that when you start, you're probably going to be really trash at the game. You're not going to have any fun.
I would even go as far as to say that this game could be like a scary game sometimes. I've been jump scared a bunch of times, like just not ready for the opponents to be there, and they're there.
And there's no working matchmaking anti-cheat.
But then the best part is that when you actually start getting better, you're going to have a lot of fun.
A scary game.
I'd have to say thumbs up. You learn a lot from this game.
A tilting game.
Overall, if you stick with it, thumbs up.
A happy game.
The only thing I've managed to achieve so far is lose 12,000 hours. Thumbs down.
But basically all of the emotions you can have. I think I'll give it a thumbs up, for now at least.
I played around 20,000 hours.
On CSGO, I think I have 12k hours.
I've got like about 15,500 hours in CSGO.
Yesterday I reached 10,000 hours.
CSGO is the best FPS game in Steam.
I played for like 14 hours and I started at 6 years old.
You can do everything you want.
Very nice game to play with friends.
You can win 1 of 5, you can communicate with your teammate.
Enjoying the moments when you are in the moment of killing someone. Like in the game, obviously.
Everything you make, if you are confident, you're gonna be right.
You can have a really good fun with any weapon in this game.
I'm not gonna stop, I'll just continue. A big thumbs up.
So CSGO, you can do everything you want, and you can be brilliant. That's why I love CSGO.
So it's simple and complicated at the same time. So it's very nice to watch and also to play. Thumbs up for sure.
You actually can become superhero. You'll enjoy it. Really cool game.
I don't know.
Maybe a fake, careful. Just take like this.
City vent, boost, city vent,
I go down, I go down.
Two city vent.
Nothing up. Nothing down, guys. Nothing
Go down.
Yeah,
Let's hop again,
He's done. Down, they're planting down.
They cannot be vent structure for now.
Okay, they're coming secret. They will all come vent. Well, vent? No?
Yeah,
You can build the economy.
Heaven.
Just go T-spawn, just go T-spawn.
I have vents and I play your contact secret check, okay?
They're running left ramp. I have T-spawn. I mean, turret. Can go.
One hold the roof and one hold the lobby.
I have stairs on roof.
I have. No, we are good.
Fuck Jackie, I love you actually. I know it's gonna. Jackie, I love you so much.
You didn't go up with the ball.
Really?
I wish someone loved me like Alexi loves Jax.
Yeah, how can you not?
What's going on, Lisbon? Yo, 15 rounds max. Everybody gets to go home on a high. Let's give it up for Vitality and G2. Thanks for the teams for putting on a show, bringing us to the third map.
And then we get to come back tomorrow and do it all again. But for now, we get to see T's leaning back. And Ramp Room, well, that belongs to Vitality.
It does, at a small cost. And we're talking about one piece of utility on this round. You know when the whistle of the wind is in, that's when the pressure starts to sink in. Alexi will be very important if they pull this off over here at Clock.
Oh, 2 shots go down. Oh, he's tapping. And Zywoo's got an answer for only a moment.
Okay.
G2 start the CT side with an easy pistol win.
Yeah, the captain leading by example, doing a little bit of what Apex has been. In the right spot, hitting the right shots from the Clock.
2 shots for the first one, 3 bullets for the second. Monacy, Hunter, also keeping it clean.
Ooh. And G2, I mean, they don't often win pistols. But when they do, they get eco'd.
Right, but they shouldn't with this one, okay? All things point to a clean conversion. It's a P250 on Apex.
Yeah.
And again, if anyone were to...
The fact that you jinxed this eco is insane.
I don't know about that. I take no responsibility.
It's so unbelievable that Vitality win this round.
$300 spent by Apex, who is currently top fragging as well. It's not some crazy standout performance, but it is still him at the very top. And that's not really the formula that got them here into the series, right? That's not what we got off in Dust 2.
I really want to get behind Vitality, but there are some worrying signs in that department. I mean, like, we want to prop up Apex as much as possible. He plays for a lot of info. He takes a lot of contact. He does need to get some kills and win some trades. He will die a lot. He'll still have a good game. But his teammates.
Where's the follow-up?
Dude, they were expensive.
Who's the star? Alexi B just mows him down, makes a ton of money. And that's just going to be an extra bonus to the fact that they still survived with 5. So as good as a round could have been for G2.
Yeah. On double digits. 6 rounds away from a grand finals. And Vitality have a chance right now to completely change that story. They know they're going to have one of the most even buys of the half here. Maybe even a slight advantage knowing that G2 will have an MP9, maybe 2. Don't know how many they know about. 10 to 8 will feel a world of difference between that and 11-7. Now, they did show a lot of grit, and I will say, I don't think I would write them out on T side in general. Oh.
One dies early.
Yeah.
Magisk with the headshot. At least they're able to get a quick trade. Meanwhile, we get this deep trophy control from Alexi, and I was curious as to whether he wanted to hang on to that, but offers it right back to them. And we get some shuffling here from G2. Boots inside of the A site.
Wow, they pushed it to buy time, but it's actually just to bait them into doing something else. Calculated risk. And for a moment, they come back to it. CG2 feel a bit uncomfortable, but as we cross the 40-second mark, some lurks come in.
Crunch time here for Vitality. Going for the spams first. Oh, that's not good. Oh, actually, excuse me.
Yeah,
this is ZywOo looking
yeah.
through it. Hold on, hold on. This is all set up. This is meant for ZywOo to catch a kill inside of A.
Oh, that move.
Hunter tries to chase. Masuda gets away with a single point of health. And we are keeping eyes on Dupree all the while. He's starting to get into heaven. Monacy about to get shot in the back of the head. Jax is down beneath. He looks up. Whoa, Dupree just bends bullets down. And we've got Vitality squeezing into the A site. No bomb plant needed.
That was hot. That was so nuts, that shot. I mean, there was a high-low advantage, but when you're sitting down there and you can pick any spot in the back of the site, it can be hard to hit that shot. Here, the flank comes in, gets shut down. That's Alexi finally coming through the ramp push. He actually left ramp, went back to heaven, came back to ramp later while it was still open and pulled off that full flank. Of course, some of these kills could have made the difference, but ultimately, they left heaven open entirely. Was that magic?
Yeah, that's Lisbon magic. Nova in the hands of Hunter. Vitality.
Oh, they pulled that off.
So you said that the T side from Vitality was kind of like a step up, and that's one of the reasons they beat ENCE.
Yeah, it was actually better, and we're talking about better versus a team who is 18-2 on Nuke, beating out their own CT side.
So if we take anything from yesterday, if there's continuity from the victory over ENCE to this potential win over G2, it's that this T side could actually deliver. G2 not impervious.
This is also the gun I would use if I was hunting.
Yeah, right. Try to find the quail. Maybe some geese.
A Zybird.
Yeah, Zybird. He's waiting, but nobody gonna put their head on that silver platter. Instead, Vitality, they've got an intended target that is nowhere near the few pieces G2 hope to hold on with. Little fight here for Magisk. Prepared for the hut push. Nova lets him down.
Okay.
And already we've got Vitality sinking their teeth into this B site.
Let's go.
Could anybody stop them? Not likely. Honestly, caught inside vents. Now that the retake's needed, this one has slipped past G2. So sure enough, the game gets closer.
G2 played close to ENCE themselves. Actually lost 16-14 the last time they played against ENCE on the map, which is one of the closest losses that ENCE actually had suffered. Outside of that, over 3 maps, 71% of their CT rounds. So, you know, I'm glad we have Vitality winning back right off the bat versus kind of the bonus into the save. Sets up this game nicely. The last thing we want is for it to be one-sided. We want this to go the distance, to be as hard as possible. They're the ones suffering for our enjoyments here.
The trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
And they're suffering, their struggles.
Yes.
Months long now.
Yes.
Right? There's a lot on the line just for this win, just to get into a damn grand finals.
All right. This by a touch better. No 2 MP9s this time around. One thing almost...
Oh, he's still going. Back and forth, the damage. ZywOo opens up.
That's Hunter through the squeaky smoke.
A couple times now. G2 have been on the receiving end of those losses.
Monacy might... Oh, nope. They don't boost.
Might what, miss? Not this kid.
Ooh, they don't boost for the pick.
So they pay the price. They group back up, exchanging nades, minute mark. We have already seen Alexi throw himself into the trophy room. He could be trying to do that again.
Calling out space.
Server falls silent. Little bits of movement around the map. One downstairs. Jax, meanwhile, stoic in the back of A site, waits. What is his support? Who is his support? Nico could come up from vents at a moment's notice. Jax lays into Magisk. Here it is. Nico stops bomb. And that is an open route to wrap back around Squeaky. Now the two CTs in lobby incredibly low, but Jax keeps going, and Alexi will sweep away that last one. So we've got G2 surviving some very close fights, but nonetheless getting themselves to 11.
And the reads weren't perfect there. That actually came down to Jax's frags. He was the one player in the site ready to shoot back. m0NESY actually rotated from outside, ran into hell, and then ran the ramp. They had no idea it was going to end upper. Jax had to be on full alert. Teammates came in after they pushed Hut, and Alexi did come back for that trophy room access that he found a little bit earlier on. And he has been pretty blatant about taking it over and over again. Funnily enough, that's what Masuda was doing so well in both this game and the last.
So 5 versus 4 from Vitality, and it gets taken back. Added to the round count of G2 instead. Thomas in the hands of the Frenchman.
Yeah, they ran a slight risk on that dry cross, right? And allowed m0NESY to equalize after Hunter's kill.
Ooh, Nico. Interesting position.
Now watch for Alexi in this spot.
They're thinking about it. Nico, oh, he comes back. He's able to get down. So he shies away from the fight, but doesn't disappear. Still a threat. Here's a fight in from Apex. Oh, ZywOo also opened. We've got Hunter in the backside, confirmed by Masuda. A slow creep up to him. Don't forget about the bomb. That's still back in T-spawn. And m0NESY, oh, he was ahead of that molly. But Masuda takes his head off, and instead of waiting in the back of the site, Hunter gets aggressive. Masuda comes back. He's been shaved off, and the frag grenade, that should find him. He's dead to Nico instead. He tries to turn his attention back. Nico sprays for another, trying to hold off on lobby control. Such little HP, and he is taken down to 6, but at least he gets away. Is there anything left in this round for him, or does he just have to concede? It's chance. Gone. It slides by. Vitality, double digits.
Yeah, that was solid, man. That was solid. I don't even know how they pulled off that upper attack so well. They were well oiled. I mean, they got into secret. They got control of it without dying to Nico. That was huge. The secret flash came from Alexi earlier on, and ZywOo had already crossed Big Garage in the spot. One thing that has been missing this whole series from Vitality is pace on T side, and they brought it right here. They finally catch a really early timing. They keep options open. And 2 entries come because they have, it's the CTs who have no idea that they could have been there that fast. The game continues to be real. CTs rely on streaking and they aren't able to do it. Nico saving the op is pretty massive. There was one small mistake leaving the bomb there. Of course, Masuda could have died a couple of times, but he was careful enough. Yep. Threw the molly down, perfect crosshair placement, one between the eyes of m0NESY, and better players have died to that op.
Just the fact that like the last 30 seconds of that round is going down entirely inside of lobby and all hinged around that one variable of leaving the bomb back could have been a glaring issue, but Vitality recovered. So G2's timeout comes to an end. Going to be trying to put a strategy in place surrounding this solo op.
They've been pretty convincing when it comes to their ecos, bringing them close, winning one in the first half, of course, on Nuke. Organizing around this op will be an interesting puzzle to be able to figure out. And I think they actually might not have calmed the op was taken. It's possible they forgot about it. Masuda killed m0NESY in that position, but if you didn't remember that Nico died there right after, then maybe that information wasn't shared. Sure it was, but there is a chance. Overstacking the lobby can be a little bit scary when you know the other team is saving, but maybe they don't know for sure.
So many tools to use here for Vitality. You gotta wait and see. No steps can be skipped. That's how m0NESY suddenly takes you down. Don't forget either, Nico's got that set of Kevlar. Don't forget for a second what Nico can do.
And the Deagle he's got like 15 kills with already in this series.
Yeah. shouldn't be enough to shake Vitality, but the rumblings are there. Also, wouldn't be the first time Vitality fall victim to a round like this. Smoke follows up here onto Squeaky.
Interesting.
3 players for the mini split. Oh, Alexi, he dies inside of the smoke. A gonna get hit. Jax, such a desperate position. No chance in hell. Just executed. And so those 2 variables of Nico and m0NESY, the Deagle and the Op that are meant to somehow maybe string something together, they don't even get faced. They don't even get challenged. They don't even get given a chance.
Super solid overall. Avoid the Op entirely. He's been in this position the entire time. One thing I will say, I mean, it feels like m0NESY's impact's been just kind of okay here, like in the past 3 maps. Seen some good rounds out of him, of course, but not extraordinary. One thing that is good, however, is the number of places that he's been on every single position. They've been doing a good job of putting him in different spots. When we talked about m0NESY, the rookie in the academy, one of the biggest criticisms was how he would always start in the same position every round, or that his team was not using him as aggressively enough. And he's starting to face a bit more. But, you know, we're still talking about a player that's just 10 and 12 right now. Technically the least impressive score line by a small margin. Vitality coming up. And with 5 alive, it's the maximum amount of money made here. And it might be one more round to the buy. No, they have the investment now. So 4 of the last 5 won for Vitality.
And with it, game's tied. An economic reset sure hurt G2, but those woes are over. Time to recover. And Nico, he offered us a lot when it came to the T side of outside. Try to stamp his name across something. We'll see what gets thrown his direction. Right now, Vitality just hanging out on the rooftops. Ooh, just missed the timing there.
Ooh, but would it? I mean, there's
Magis is
potential
gonna back
for it
up.
yeah,
Oh.
right into it potentially.
Oh!
What the? Oh my god. Oh my god.
He just got gushed through the box for 8 damage?
8 damage, and he also didn't hit him, which is also insane. There was almost nothing else in that specific angle. Are they both lucky or unlucky? Hard to say. I think maybe I'd rather be the CTs because you know that the Ts are not pushing back and you just scared them a bit.
I can't believe he hit that headshot.
Yeah, that's crazy. Map feels kind of small here from the T side.
Oh, Jax, he falls down. Burned off the rooftop. Hunter, he swings out, but the moment he strikes one down, he's dead. Masuda from down beneath. 2 kills into the A site. And Alexi stranded inside of the smoke towards ramp. He's dead. Kills Magisk in the back, but that is Vitality officially in the lead.
Ooh, okay, and they pulled out the upper exec after Magisk gets m0NESY to fall back a bit. That's all they need. The flashes were so damn good. Jax falls out of heaven, and I'm not sure, he must have fallen out blind as well. We see that assist coming in from Apex. Not a fun way to lose. Oh, Vitality on the T side.
The economic problems.
5 of 6. G2, no buy again.
3 of their 4 timeouts called.
You can't really ask more from the map, right? There's not even a good hold between the 2 players that are there. They're ready specifically for the hut push that's coming in. You've already seen a good round from Hunter and a good round from Jax in different situations. And Vitality, they're not going to throw that upper exec at you over and over again. Teams are throwing that. We've seen most often teams will throw it like once at the end of the half because you're going to try to pre-nade and pre-molly everything until it comes in. And it's a great way to draw out utility, just saying we might do it and not having done it yet. But so far, Vitality have gotten away with it twice. That's one of many problems here for G2. But I think money is the first.
Fast one. They're just going to try to smash their way through the A site. Get this one done with quick. They can sense that win ever closer. No reason to respect G2 in a round like this. Get through it. This CT side not offering us all too much. A pistol, a conversion, 1 round sprinkled in. m0NESY, oh, he's gonna try to catch him off guard, but sure enough, ZywOo turns it back down on him. Alexi, he'll connect with the Desert Eagle. But this is Vitality locking in 13 off of the back of an easy A-site smash.
Yeah, we've got ZywOo starting to climb up a bit. Dupree separating his kills from his deaths. Some great entries out of Masuda that previous round.
Hunter comes around the corner, drop by Dupree. An AK to be saved could help with the money. Sure enough, Vitality one step closer.
Maybe the tides are turning. Maybe they are.
Are those Vitality fans I hear?
But the G2 fans are louder, right? You gonna take that?
Wait for this Guns to come back in. This time it's Vitality's timeout. You can feel it, right? The tactics. We're going back and forth here with the timeouts.
We saw some good success off of the tac pause with Zonic behind them. Taking an active role in the communication and direction. 3 away from not only taking their biggest win yesterday of this roster's career altogether, but then making it a back-to-back and getting into the final. That's what they have in front of them. G2, again, over the 3 maps, 70% of their CT rounds won. They should have every reason in the world to believe that they could do it, but so did ENCE yesterday, and they thought wrong. Some great calls here from Vitality to answer back.
Guns from G2. Single kit on Nico. Let's keep our eyes on that one just in case the plant goes down. Hunter sulks into the vents. Oh, Nico! What is that? Oh! 2 kills from over top of the smoke. He must have been on big blue box.
Yeah, he was, honestly. Ooh. An equally fierce shot back, but it is 4v3. Basically a critical refrag is what we just saw. Now he's got to hand the wheel over to Apex. How do they steer their way out of this one?
Jack smokes out the hut plate. He's got m0NESY as well here on this A site with him, trying to creep into the squeaky peak. Magisk just tucked in. m0NESY waits. Oh, is that what you wanted?
Ooh, they baited it.
Missed shot and Magisk. He clamps down on it. Double door peek. Hunter's waiting to just throw himself up this, or if they back up, oh, he's got it! What? That's a scope shot? ZywOo falling down into it, and he just crushes them. But if they win this round, then they are truly stomped. Flattened, and their hopes meek. ZywOo peaks, stops Alexi B, and Jax is dead!
He does the unthinkable again. The scope to the floor in the vents.
Explain yourself.
This is Hunter's freest frag.
Sayonara as he falls into him, and these 2 follow-up shots.
Remember that 15-12 round with the scout from the back of the site?
Damn right I do.
Damn, echoes of himself.
Suddenly G2 scrambling. A half buy to just try and disrupt what's been this momentum from Vitality. Lisbon is a special place for Dupree and for Magisk.
We can see who is the best opper tonight. And it all started with that refrag on Nico outside as well.
Oh, damage onto Jax, that certainly won't help. And it's wild to think, oh, Apex, that's an opening. B-site compromised. Squeaky door completely open. And right now, G2, I mean, they don't have the tools to stop anything unless m0NESY. We just saw an incredible op shot out of ZywOo. Well, let's see what the young kid's got. 1 kill, and it turns them away, just like last time. All he gets is a chance at 1.
Yeah, and he senses a little fear.
So he follows. As opposed to letting them go, he's gonna try to come back at this. Apex looking to come up from vents. I'm telling you, these CT pistols, they're in the right positions. There's Hunter from behind the box. G2 with a little life left in him. Jax has got another. And m0NESY still trying to find them, but where have they gone? There's one to wrap back. dupreeh! Point blank! But it's ZywOo yet again. And he knows that Alexy's back there, and he is done for. G2 will not go down without a fight.
Crushed in the crossfire. Taking the fight to m0NESY at the ramp one more time, trying to bait him. But you can't bait the Flash. Now, ZywOo's been great, but this was even a bit too much. And just when we were about to write him off, he appears. He wasn't wearing a suit that last round. But now he's in full costume when G2 need it. But still, that was Vitality on fire. With great guns in a winning position. They could easily put themselves in that spot again.
Got what they need for it. Oh, a move here from Hunter off of Hut and into the corner. And then decides, nope. Not quite. Back into his original position. Is the oh,
what?
m0NESY, he was pushed up close.
Oh my God. What a spot to be in. We're crossing 45 seconds. He's scaling the side of Mini.
Alexy, he's inside of the smoke. This is ice cold. Oh, but he gets found out by Magisk. But how does m0NESY go from one side of the map to the other? He hits that. A warning sign to Masuda of what's to come. And as they get pushed downstairs, Hunter was meant to hold. Instead, dupreeh gets a little bit of space, and Masuda gives us more.
A headshot, but no frag.
Vitality on the brink of 15. Jax and m0NESY, a 2 versus 3, low health for Masuda. He survived that wallbang prior.
No,
and they fall back.
Oh, they're giving it up. The Vitality trade.
That is it. 15 locked in, 3 rounds to close.
They pulled that off. Hunter, no damage. The glass is broken for him too. No, he's happy to take that fight every day of the week. But dupreeh, fourth quarter player, comes through with that headshot. Him and Masuda, the two guys you want to get entries. Grabbing them both. Setting Vitality up for success. And now they have it, series point.
Series point. A run from semifinals, beating world's #2.
m0NESY did all this, but is it too late?
That wallbang connected.
Yeah.
You know, and if Masuda dies to that, oh wow, that's sharp.
Instant to the head.
Nico shredded.
That was control of the most important part of that site right there, one.
Here we go.
Sharpness when it mattered.
This could be the last. We got top tier Counter-Strike at midnight on a Saturday night. Come on, Lisbon. One more time. Nico's looking for it, but he's not quite sure which side of these smokes could get pushed, so he decides to just fall back and hold. m0NESY downstairs strikes first blood.
Feels like he's been instant transmitting to different locations. And now he's picked a couple of good opening spots. Still players unnoticed. Last thing Hunter needs is to die through another squeaky smoke.
The double offs.
Double off adjustment. Alexy picks up one. Nico still looking for his best friend out here.
Apex, he's hanging on. Oh no! He's not able to kill Nico, but a second chance also missed. There it is, but at what cost? That's gonna leave Apex on only 10 health. And he knows that Alexy was over here.
A ton of damage, but he retains outside control. They have secret. The thing is, positionally, they've got options, but they've also got questions.
The HP, that's the biggest one. Alexy doesn't want to get stagnant, decides to peek, but now he's 2-scoped in. And if that peek comes from the right side, a missed shot. And Magisk is suddenly right back into it. Him and Apex looking to go downstairs. Dupree on the other end. Missed shot from Monacy.
Oh, but they're avoiding him.
20 seconds. They can't go anywhere else. Monacy, he's trying to draw it back. He's trying to fight on both fronts. He lands it.
The bomb!
That's the bomb.
10 seconds.
They've got to go recover. Monacy's still alive. But Apex answers, and with it, it has to be Jax. If he stops the plant. Oh, that's la finesse. Jax keeps this going.
An absolute labyrinth of a maze to find your way out of. And they figure it out. Distractions everywhere. Flanks on flanks. 2 ops. Refrags. A whole damn movie in 1 round. And we were this close to wrapping up. But it looks like we've still got some more rounds for you. Maybe it's not too late for Monacy to make himself important.
When he drops that first shot, suddenly things look sketchy.
Yes.
Then the fire's on his feet. Think of the pressure that puts him in, and he delivers.
That simply came down to Jax. The cross coming down in that position, bomb getting planted. No way in hell. Almost at that round 30 mark. No telling who's got it. So many casualties. G2's nades are low.
They're still under-equipped. They're still not favored.
Oh.
Nico, okay.
Oh my God, he doesn't get shot?
What? Little delayed reaction.
Yeah.
I think Apex can count his blessings that he's not dead just yet.
He's looking for that. This individual rivalry for space in the yard has been such a compelling narrative of the second half. This one, they'll save the duel for another episode. A reset in space as we cross into that 50-second mark. We know how powerful those upper execs have been, but they've got away without side control, ramp hits. CT's guessing.
Hunter sits on top of Putt.
Here's the call.
Do they deliver? Oh, he gets it. Magisto burns him. Jack's backside dead after just the one. Alexi, maybe a spray, maybe a spam. Could he hit the mark? No, sir. Bomb's planted. And he gets damaged down to 23. A 3v3 to try and close this semifinal. Apex decides to take a chance and get inside of Mini. And Alexi's buying time. He wants Nico and Monacy to get into the equation. They're both gonna try to come at this from Squeaky. And Alexi, oh no! He jumps over, he gets gunned down. Monacy's able to answer. Zaiwu, oh, he can't deliver. And now Magisk in the back of the site. Point blank, oh! That's Vitality in a grand finals.
Oh! The upper anchor on the CT side, doing it in the post plant from his favorite position. How sweet is that juice?
900 days since the Danes played on a big stage. A project that was losing momentum, losing hope, and losing the public's belief. And in their first event in front of a crowd, they find themselves in grand finals.
On the bravest call of all, the upper hit again. They put it together. Gut-wrenching. Wow, I mean, they were evenly matched, man. That could have gone either way. That was beautiful CS. It was messy in spots, but that match absolutely delivered. Either team would be equally happy to be in this position, but it's a zero-sum game of emotions. And this is G2 on the losing side of things, eliminated here from Lisbon. Setting up the final for tomorrow. Zaiwu versus Simple.
Oh man, Zaiwu versus Simple.